I don't think that's how planes sound, but anyways, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Neil here, and today we're talking about this guy, which looks like a toy, but it is actually DJI's latest budget drone, and it's the Mini 4K, which essentially, for all intents and purposes, is the replacement to the Mini 2 SE or Mini 2. And it is DJI's most affordable, cheapest drone. And I want to talk a little bit about it, who it's for, who it's not for, what you can expect out of it. And at $299, is it worth it? Let's get into it. Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the channel. Neil here, and today we're talking about a new drone from DJI, the world leader in drones. And it comes in the form of this drone here, which is the Mini 4K. And it is basically identical, almost in every way, to the Mini 2, Mini 2 SE. So what is this drone? This is DJI's latest offering in the budget realm of things. Priced at only $299, it is capable of recording 4K 30 frames per second video footage. And it also has a 12 megapixel for photos, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the specs somewhere on the screen, or you could just check them out on DJI's website. Now, this has been like a limited, low-key kind of release for this particular drone. It has not been like publicized on their website. They didn't make a big announcement about it or anything like that. I guess they just kind of wanted to sneak this one in under the radar, being that it is a budget $299 drone. So let's just talk about some of the features. It is ultra lightweight. As you can see, it's pretty tiny. It does weigh 249 grams, which gives it the ability to not have to worry about remote ID or registration, since it is below that certain weight. So you don't have to worry about that. So if you're just someone wanting to capture some footage, some pictures, you don't have to worry about registering the drone or having remote ID on it. Obviously, you still want to, practice safe flying and all that other stuff, but you don't have to worry about doing that kind of registration with this particular drone. Now, as far as the drone itself, what it comes with is obviously the drone. It comes with a few cables, so if you have a different phone that you want to hook it up to, because this is going to be the cradle life. By cradle life, I mean the phone cradle that comes on the remote. You do not get the nice RC1 or RC2 remote that has the built-in screen. You just get the basic remote. And it comes installed already with an iPhone cable. It does have an Android cable, USB-C as well, in order to hook it up to your phone and use your phone with the DJI Fly app. On the drone itself, on the back, it has a USB-C port, as well as your micro SD port for putting in your SD card to record your footage. No internal footage storage on this thing. When I say it's basic, it really is basic, but before you click off and like, I don't think I want that, let me just run down some cool things about it. So going on to the features, obviously it has your button here that you would start the drone with. You press once and then hold down, and that's going to power up your drone. It has basically sensor at the bottom. It does have a little light here at the bottom as well. There is no obstacle avoidance on this whatsoever. So again, be careful, be safe. There's nothing on the front, there's nothing on the sides, there's nothing on the bottom. So keep that in mind. No obstacle avoidance safety features or sensors on here. Now, having said that, who's this drone for? I think this drone is for beginners. It is for someone that's wanting to get their feet wet into the drone market. Also for maybe an older kid who wants a drone and something that you can get that's affordable. This really is a good deal at $299, because you think about it, the fact that you're able to capture aerial footage and pictures for $300, it's pretty much a steal. I mean, you can't even really do that with just a regular camera. Maybe if you buy something old and used and cheap, you can get some photos, probably not decent video out of a $300 camera, but at least with this, you could take it up in the air and get some nice 4K footage and some decent pictures. Pictures that are not going to be super sharp or stellar or, win any awards for their fidelity and clarity, but for social media, totally fine. The 4K footage that comes out of this isn't bad, really. I'm going to put some clips here on the screen. So these first few clips are basically just straight out of the camera and out of the sensor that you would get with this drone. And then the preceding clips have a little bit of a color grade on them. And only thing I really did with it is mess with my shadows, my highlights, my saturation, gave it a little color boost and some contrast. But all intents and purposes, it's not bad. It's not going to give you awful footage. I mean, if you just want something to play around with, or maybe shoot an event with, or even for just, I wouldn't say professional work, but just if you need to capture a shot, this is going to be decent for you. And also, just so you know, the image that comes out of it, I'm not even quite sure. Again, this wasn't highly publicized. There was no sort of product brief that I could find on it that would tell you the image profile as far as the color coming out of it. So my assumption is it's a neutral or standard profile. There's no D-Cine-like on here. There's no D-Log. So for all of you out there that may be thinking about this drone for color grading, yes, you can do very basic color grading with it, but it's not going to be 10-bit. So that's the thing. I imagine the footage coming out of this is 8-bit, and it is not going to give you that log profile that's going to allow you to have latitude with your color grading in post, nor does it have a D-Cine-like. It's really basic as far as the menus go. It does not have any sort of codec selection, whether you could do H.264, H.2.65. Essentially, what you see is what you get. And you can adjust your parameters as far as your shutter speed, your ISO, things of that nature. You can get ND filters for the front. The Mini 2, Mini 2 SC ND filters work just the same on this drone as they would that one. So yeah, I mean, that's just some things to keep in mind. If you're talking about heavy color grading, you're not going to be able to do it with this drone. You're not going to have D-Log or Cine-like, no 10-bit footage, no obstacle avoidance on it. But the positives are that you do get a lightweight drone that you don't have to worry about registering. You can just go out, take it up, fly it, obviously practice safety. And it's a good little drone. It's a starter drone, or indeed could be a backup drone for you. So, just keep that in mind. The lightweight is nice. It's about as big as my hand, not quite. But yeah, for fun, for just, casual stuff, even for travel, you can tuck this away in, a very small kind of form factor. And that way you can just travel with this and take it on vacation or take it on a travel trip. And you don't have to worry about lugging around a big cumbersome, kind of drone to take with you. So that's a neat advantage, portability. But as you can see in the video, it's not bad at all. The video footage that comes out of it, 4K, is not bad. You can do 2.7K up to 60 frames per second. So if you want a little slow motion, you can do that. So that's a good little thing, because sometimes you do want to slow down your footage in post, or you can just fly your drone slow and it kind of gives you the same effect. So let me know what you think about the drone in the comments. Will you be purchasing this? $299 is not a bad deal. It's not going to knock your socks off or wow you, but for portability, for functionality, for the 4K quality that you do get out of it, $299 for a drone, especially from DJI, is not a bad deal at all. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm curious to know if you'll be picking up this drone or not. I think it's pretty neat. For the price, you really can't beat it. If you want something that's a little bit more of an upgrade, maybe look into getting the DJI Mini 3 Pro or the 4 Pro, or maybe something higher. The Mini 3 and the Mini 3 Pro and the Mini 4 Pro are pretty much identical in form factor. They're a little bit bigger, but they do give you features like D-Log, D-Cine-like, H.265, obstacle avoidance. They come with a nice RC1 or either RC2 remotes, depending on the model that you get. So, but those cost, a bit more. I think you could pick up a Mini 3 Pro now for maybe around $500 to $600, and then the Mini 4 Pro is still around $700 to $800 just with a single battery, not the plus batteries. Fly More kit, I think, costs considerably more, around $1,000 to $1,100. Don't quote me on that. But you do get 3 batteries, usually the plus batteries, and the Mini 4 Pro drone and the RC2 controller. So just think about that. But for starters, if you're just getting into the drone market, I would say get this one, practice with this one, and then maybe upgrade to one of those other models and keep this as a backup, So that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was short and sweet enough. Really can't say a lot about it because there's not a lot to say besides for $299. I do recommend it. Just keep in mind it doesn't have some of those better features that the higher end drones like the Mini 3 Pro, 4 Pro, Air 3, even the Air 2S that would have, that this drone doesn't have. So, all right, guys, until the next time, be safe, be kind, and take care of each other.